Welcome back, everyone. My name is Token D Rock. I hope all of you had a wonderful weekend. If you celebrated the 4th of July, I hope you had a wonderful weekend, shooting off fireworks, catching up with friends and family, all that stuff. Got a lot to go over today. Got some serious Bitcoin bullish news to talk about. We've got a little bit of a sponsorship with the UFC going on. We'll cover that later in the video. Hopping into the market, we can see Bitcoin dominance has come down a bit. It was getting close to 50% not too long ago. Ethereum is crushing it this week, up 11%. Binance Coin 18%. Polkadot up 10%. Uniswap 30.78%. Solana almost 14%. Cosmos coming up. Avalanche is coming up. A lot of crypto, a lot of these alts are rallying to the upside right now. How long that lasts and how long until we see another dip or correction, some market manipulation by institutions, whales, media, etc. Who knows? But take your profits if you bought the dip, you bought the crash, whatever you want to call it. If your cryptos are coming up right now, take profits while you can. Get that money ready for the next dip or crash. First bit of news, Janice McAfee, the widow of antivirus pioneer John McAfee, is not really buying the whole suicide story about her husband killing himself while in custody. She notes that the reported suicide note in her husband's pocket was never mentioned to her when she picked up his belongings from jail, and was something the mainstream media found out before she did, very conveniently. She touts that the mainstream media is a malignant cancer. Many people find it very interesting that, similarly to Mr. Epstein, Mr. McAfee had a lot of dirt on some high-profile people, some billionaires, some people in governments across the globe, and conveniently they committed suicide while in custody. More and more people are starting to question the mainstream media narrative when it comes to anything, because as we've learned, mainstream media does not answer to you or me. They answer to the higher ups. They are paid out by corporations, billionaires, people with a lot of money to spread lies and misinformation, to keep us uninformed, and that's facts. More and more people are starting to see this. Barclays UK, an institutional bank, is in a lot of hot water as people on Twitter are ripping them to shreds over text messages they've received from their bank, Barclays UK. This one user has received this text message. As you've made a payment to Binance this year, we wanted to let you know that we're stopping payments made by credit/debit card to them until further notice. This user mocks the text that Barclays UK sent them. This is to help keep your money safe. This one user said, now this makes me furious. What gives these banks a right to decide where or on what we can spend our money on? If I wanted to, I could take out all my cash and burn it in a bonfire. It's none of your business. Barclays, know your place. It's our money, not yours. This other user down here, David, he points out, banks are contacting wealthy clients to protect their money by offering them crypto investments. Meanwhile, they're screwing the majority of people by trying to become gatekeepers. People need their own access and keys. Twitter users in the UK are waking up and realizing, hey, this banking institution shouldn't have any say in what I do with my money. I spent the time and energy to earn it, so I should be able to spend it as I see fit. It's honestly crazy. Like, you have banking institutions, wealthy investors, governments around the world telling the little man like you and me, no, don't invest. It's very risky. It's just a speculative asset. Don't invest, don't invest. Meanwhile, they're telling the wealthy people, yeah, you should invest in this technology. It's the future. Again, they're saying one thing to you and me, while behind closed doors, they're chuckling and they're like, those guys are so gullible. They eat up anything we put out. And the mainstream media helps them largely. So, I mean, people are connecting the dots. It's a beautiful thing to see, to be honest. In other news, we have Zap Protocol co-founder Nick Spanos says the crackdown on Bitcoin in China just proves that Bitcoin is an unstoppable machine. If the world's second biggest economy can't crush Bitcoin or devalue it or manipulate it, it says something about the asset. Spanos also said miners are moving out of China and they will seek to find place with immediate neighbors such as Kazakhstan, Iran, and Russia in the region. Others in the region would also be well served to seize this opportunity. Recently, one of the major mining groups operating in China announced its plans to move out of the country and distribute its mining operations among the United Arab Emirates, Canada, and the United States, Kazakhstan, and Iceland. Spanos also noted that Bitcoin's price has always gone up once regulatory setbacks are digested by the crypto community. Last week, Galaxy Digital CEO Mike Novogratz saw a big net positive for Bitcoin in China's crackdown attempt. He said that the market crash from an all-time high followed by high volatility was a successful test for the crypto ecosystem as a whole. In other news, as Bitcoin miners migrate from China over to Iran, Iran is actually struggling to meet the electricity needs that the miners are demanding. As you can see, they said that the electricity supply to Afghanistan's Herat province, which imported 70% of its electricity from Iran, completely stopped in order to meet domestic needs within Iran's borders. According to numbers shared by Tavanar, the daily electricity demand reached over 65,000 megawatts, while production is around 54,000 watts. Aside from the summer heat, Bitcoin and crypto mining activities in the country, known for its significant electricity subsidies for the local industry, are listed as one of the causes of high power demand. Iran's first measure this year was to fine crypto miners using household energy. A ban on mining until hot summer months past followed, announced by President Hassan Rouhani on May. The crypto mining ban will last until September to ensure access to electricity for domestic consumption. Rouhani also claimed that 85% of the mining activity in Iran is unlicensed, and as a last resort before halting electricity exports, the country also called on all legally operating crypto miners to stop their activities. Ishaq Jangari, the first vice president of Iran under Rouhani, made the announcement during a meeting with officials of the Ministry of Energy. We will ensure that the electricity will not be cut off in essential and important places, he said. Meanwhile, Iran continues its crackdown on illegal mining activities. Last month, authorities confiscated more than 7,000 mining rigs at a farm operating in the capital of Tehran. So if you ask me, this is a good sign because you can see more and more miners are migrating to Iran from China, and Iran's actually struggling to meet the electricity needs of these crypto miners. So good stuff for crypto by and large. In other news, we have Willy Woo, an on-chain analyst, anticipates a potentially supply shock in the Bitcoin market as long-term holders continued raking Bitcoin supply from short-term ones. Woo stated in his Friday newsletter that the process might push more Bitcoin out of circulation. The analyst referred to the ratio of Bitcoin held by strong hands versus weak hands, also known as Bitcoin supply ratio, noting that the former is actively absorbing selling pressure from whales who have been dumping their crypto holdings since February. It reminds me of the supply shock that went by unnoticed by the market in Q4 of 2020, wrote Wu. Pundits were debating whether Bitcoin was an inflation hedge in a post-COVID world when the data was pointing to long-term investors stacking Bitcoin at a fast pace. The price subsequently went on a tear, very quickly decoupling from its tight correlation with stocks. Also, new active users is on the rise. Glassnode, another on-chain data analytics service, also boosted Bitcoin's booming adoption prospects. The portal revealed that the Bitcoin network has been onboarding an average of 32,000 new users each and every day, which is a new high for 2021. The Bitcoin network user growth metric last topped in January 2018, hitting approximately 40,000 before correcting lower alongside the prices. It showed that new users stopped coming to Bitcoin networks as its price crashed from the $20,000 top in January of 2018 to as low as $3,200 in December of 2020. This is not the structure we are experiencing right now, explains Wu. New users are taking this opportunity to buy the dip. They're coming in at the highest rates seen in 2021. Again, another example of on-chain data showing divergence to the price action. Bitcoin withdrawal transactions hit 1-year high. This is pretty big stuff. So data analytics firm CryptoQuant reported earlier Tuesday that Bitcoin's new outflow transaction count from spot exchanges crossed the 60,000 mark for the first time in a year. Meanwhile, the total number of Bitcoin deposits to spot exchanges wallets decreased to below 20,000. So what does this really mean in the big picture? Essentially, more and more people are taking out their Bitcoin from spot exchanges to hold for the long term. So more and more people are becoming longer term holders of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. This is good for Bitcoin by and large because that means there's less paper hands in the game right now than there was, say, a few weeks ago or right when we saw that big market crash back in June and also back in May. So good stuff for Bitcoin. In other news, the UFC inks $175 million sponsorship deal with Crypto.com. This is huge stuff. Ultimate Fighting Championship, a major global mixed martial arts organization, continues its deep dive into the cryptocurrency industry by announcing a sponsorship deal with the cryptocurrency exchange. They announced this Wednesday, saying that agreed to a fight kit partnership with Crypto.com, one of the world's largest crypto trading platforms by trading volumes. And according to CNBC, the sponsorship is worth $175 million and it will last 10 years. As part of the agreement, Crypto.com's brand will appear on fight kit items worn by athletes during competition as well as clothing worn by training staff. Additionally, Crypto.com has acquired the rights to UFC's newly launched sponsorship category known as Cryptocurrency Platform Partner. Crypto.com co-founder and CEO Chris Marszalek called the UFC deal a historic moment, noting that it would help the sports industry accelerate the world's transition to cryptocurrency. Ari Emanuel, CEO of talent agency Endeavor, which purchased a stake in UFC in April, said that the agreement is just the beginning of a long relationship with the UFC. This is very bullish stuff for Crypto.com and cryptocurrency by and large. Last bit of news we gotta go over today. BlockFi starts shipping Visa-backed Bitcoin reward credit cards. The card is currently available to select approved customers on the United States wait list. The Visa card was first announced at the end of last year by Visa and BlockFi. It's available to be used anywhere Visa is accepted. The card allows its recipients to earn 1.5% back in Bitcoin instead of airline miles or other cashback rewards. Earned Bitcoin rewards will be transferred to the cardholder's BlockFi interest account. So as soon as you use that card, your Bitcoin rewards will be sent to your BlockFi interest account to start earning some free interest. Initial reports were saying that the card would have a $200 annual fee, but BlockFi took a U-turn on that decision in May, launching the card with no annual fee. Cardholders are also eligible to earn 2% in Bitcoin on annual expenses exceeding over $50,000. For example, if a customer spends $60,000 within a year, they will receive 2% of the $10,000 expenditure in Bitcoin. BlockFi's credit card also offers similar familiar perks for the crypto ecosystem, such as trading bonuses and a referral program. Card is issued by Evolve Bank and Trust. Terry Angelos, SVP and Global Head of FinTech at Visa, noted that the crypto rewards program are a compelling way to welcome users to the crypto economy, and Visa is excited to see more examples of them. Almost everyone knows cryptocurrency's role in reshaping the financial space, said BlockFi co-founder Flory Marquez, adding this card will make it easier than ever for people to earn Bitcoin back while making day-to-day purchases. Visa is a known explorer of cryptocurrencies to broaden the adoption of digital currencies in general, as Cointelegraph analyzed in detail. Visa's public affirmation of its positive stance toward cryptocurrency payment services reflects its drive to remain a leading player in the global payment network. Big stuff for Bitcoin. Well, that about does it for today, everyone. If you enjoyed the video and learned something new, please smash that like button and subscribe to our channel to follow us along. That about does it for today, everyone. If you enjoyed the video and learned something new, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. Got some links down below for you to check out. Earn some passive income on the crypto you're hodling long term with BlockFi and Celsius. Get trading today with Binance US. Stay up to date with current crypto prices on CoinMarketCap. Stay up to date with upcoming events for your favorite altcoins on CoinMarketCal. We got a Facebook group where we do call-outs, things of that nature that you can follow us on. And that about does it for today, everyone. I hope all of you have a wonderful day. And until next time, everyone, take care. Bye. I hope all of you have a wonderful day, and until next time, everyone, take care. Bye.